Hello, everybody. Welcome to Grindcast, the official podcast, so I'm told, of grindedword.com.
You're told.
Yeah. Last I heard, the man.
You can trust him.
Write some little notes made out of different letters from like magazine clippings. It's like official podcast at grindedword.com, or you'll never see your dog again.
I'm Will.
I'm Matt.
I'm Jamie.
And I'm Jason.
All right. Jamie's here today.
Hi.
Yeah.
It's been a few
Is that
episodes.
loud enough for you?
Yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah. You're coming in good.
Thanks, Terry.
Fuck me. All right. All right, let's get into some news. All right, so with news to start off, Ghostbusters. There's been a couple trailers. Nobody knows what to think of it, and this last trailer,
Nobody likes
YouTube
it.
has basically been telling everybody what to think about it. It has the highest dislike rating of any video on the entire YouTube servers, including ours.
And I think it's the only thing that may have more dislikes is there might be a music video or two that has more. But I know, like, as far as trailers go, it's the most disliked.
That's what it was. It was the most disliked movie trailer
Yeah.
on all of YouTube.
Yeah. Over 600,000 dislikes. But that's out of several million views, so...
I know, but I'm just thinking, though, like, the producer's like, oh, shit. Maybe I shouldn't have made it look like a Nickelodeon production. Maybe I should have took it seriously. Maybe I shouldn't have done it at all. All those millions of dollars we spent on that, could have banked it. Maybe sent my kid to college. But no. Fuck, made a Ghostbusters movie with Melissa McCarthy.
And he's voting for Bernie Sanders.
Let's not be political on the podcast.
Bernie Sanders has nothing to do with Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders has nothing to do with
it'll just help
politics.
put his kid through college.
I'm sure he doesn't even know what a ghost is.
He'll be one soon enough.
He sees them. He sees them. He's the little kid from The Sixth Sense.
When you're that close to the veil, you can see a lot of things.
That's true. He's got over 40 insight.
He's got about a
seen
foot
his
and a half
stats.
in the grave.
Seen his stats.
Anyway. Jesus Christ.
I mean, have you watched the trailer?
Oh, I've seen
I mean,
I've
have
seen
you
it countless.
really watched the trailer?
No, I tuned out. Like, it's a minute long. I tune out about 20 seconds in.
It's so colorful.
I know. Well,
Like a
that's
fever dream.
That's the problem. That's the problem I
That's a
have
good
with the
way to
first
put
one. I
it.
was like,
I seriously hope that's what it is. I hope that at the end of the movie, it's like Bill Murray wakes up and was like, fuck. I am really sick.
I hope at the end of the movie, Harold Ramis actually wakes up. He's like, I'm not dead. And I didn't fucking write this. No, that was my main problem with it, because in all the other ones, like, yeah, the ghosts had, like, colored hues to them, but they weren't, like, neon fucking, like, you know, bar lights floating
Yeah.
around. Like, it looks bad to me. I don't know. And the jokes kind of, they fall flat. And of course, it's like, just because you had, like, Ernie Hudson in the original, so now we have to have another African-American actor, and this one's like, I know the streets!
Yeah.
So that's why you're with us? Yeah! And I got a hearse. Which I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it just, you know, my only hope for this was that it might actually be kind of funny. And that's all. Like, if they're putting some of the best stuff in this trailer, we're all doomed.
If this is all the worst stuff in the movie, though. Like, they purposely made the worst trailer
Could.
on purpose.
Could have.
Well, see,
Would that make it better?
the thing that fears me is the only one out of that entire group that's ever made me laugh was McCarthy, and it was because I went and saw Spy, and I expected it to be bad, and it actually was kind of entertaining. Like, I laughed at parts.
Right.
But it wasn't necessarily the parts that involved her. It was side jokes. Now,
Stuff with Jason Statham.
yeah, most of the stuff with him was hilarious.
Yeah.
Now, the only reason that she's normally funny to anybody and anything is because they allow her to be the overly vulgar, clumsy, fat person. So, it's Ghostbusters. She's not going to be able to be vulgar, so that's not going to be in there. Maybe clumsy, you know, whatever. But you're taking 50% of what she brings to the table out of the equation. So she's not going to have her edge like she normally would. I've never laughed at anything Kristen Wiig's done.
So what you're saying is she's like a fat Amy Schumer?
That's basically what every one of her movies is. Honestly.
Essentially.
I have not seen them, so I couldn't say.
You know, and another thing is, like, the original Ghostbusters came out when I was young, and, you know, they were kind of scary to me. Some of the stuff in...
Well, you had the librarian in the
Yeah.
very beginning. It was just like, shit, I'm not reading books.
Yeah, this does not look scary to me at all. This looks like Luigi's Mansion to me.
Yes!
Yes.
I fucking hate bats. If there isn't
It
a
really
guy,
does.
if there isn't a guy wearing green clothes and it's Italian, it says he hates fucking bats. That doesn't show up.
Nintendo is getting as far away from this as fucking possible.
Nah, Shigeru Miyamoto is like, do it.
No, Miyamoto's like, I'm fucking gonna work on this Zelda game to the end of time.
It's
Yeah.
it's alternate universe Shigeru Miyamoto.
Bizarro Miyamoto.
So you know what this movie needs? Goombas.
So it doesn't surprise me that this is this disliked.
Yeah. I know Fred hates it.
Yeah, well,
He's been very vocal about it.
They show just a picture of the symbol, and he's like, "Fuck this movie."
well, you know, the thing is like you look at like the online film critics and stuff, and they're all like, "Oh, we're gonna wait and see." Now they're all going, "Well, we're fucked."
Well, I think it's so funny with something like this. Critics are being like, "We'll wait and see." You know, Batman Superman comes around, and it's like, "This is the most deplorable trash my eyes have ever been disdained." It's like they write like all these soliloquies and all this like ridiculous like shit to explain how bad Batman Superman was, and I go and see it, and I'm like,
It wasn't that bad.
it's like, so this is the worst we have? Like, do you remember Steel? Do you remember like the Captain America movies
Oh,
before
yeah.
the real Captain America movie
I'm
was
about to
made?
say that first
The
Captain
recent
America movie
Fantastic
was
Four?
great.
It's like,
He's
does anybody
killing
remember
Nazis.
the one where he was played by a no-name American actor, and he went to Germany and he faked being sick to steal people's cars? You remember that Captain America? What? It exists.
It
It does.
It does
It's
exist.
true.
There was two with Red Brown where he drove around in a fucking shaggin' wagon in the 70s around the California hillsides.
Yep.
He bitched all movie about how he didn't want superpowers.
He would throw his shield like a frisbee.
Yeah. Captain America.
America.
What?
Yeah. So, and that was our worst superhero movie ever. You know, you really have to take anything critics say with a grain of salt. I'll just say that over and over again. Really.
And speaking of things being disliked that much, I'm not sure if you guys had seen, but the new Call of Duty Endless Warfare,
Okay, you were talking about this.
which by the way is the stupidest title ever.
Endless Warfare?
It's not Endless, Infinite Warfare.
Oh.
It's just a dumb title.
Well, I mean, it
There's
means
no
the same thing. Infinite Warfare? Can you imagine that in the briefing room? Well, men, we're in this for the long haul.
What do you mean long haul?
We're getting this shipped over for the Infinite War. Never ends. You will constantly have the cold steel of a gun in your hands.
Oh, finally.
I can die in peace.
I'm not sure exactly why. I might be just trolls, but apparently people are just flooding that trailer with dislikes. It was the last time I saw over 200,000 and rising by hundreds every minute.
See, I think there should be somebody that does a reverse idea of what some channels were doing when the Fine Brothers were losing subs. They should have like people that are disliking videos, like
Yeah.